I lost everything in my life.
In one of the most notorious killings.
Last 7 years of my life, it's a hell. I'm a woman standing alone. I wish to die every day and join him. I'm the second victim still alive after they kill my husband.
Greetings, Bad Company podcasters. We've got a fantastic interview coming for you today. I'm speaking to Jamal Khashoggi's widow, Hanan Khashoggi, and has she got a story to tell you?
We start with that breaking news. Saudi state media has confirmed that the journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed in Saudi Arabia's consulate in Istanbul.
Mr. Khashoggi was strangled shortly after entering the Saudi consulate there 4 weeks ago. His body was then dismembered and, in the words of the prosecutor, destroyed.
Hanan, thank you very much for agreeing to this interview. People are confused at your status because quite often you're portrayed in the media as the fiancé of Jamal Khashoggi, but in fact you call yourself his wife. Can you explain that?
Thank you very much for having me, Ms. Yvonne, to clarify all of this. I am the wife of Jamal Khashoggi. We got married in June 2nd, 2018, while he was in exile in Virginia, in McLean area, where he was living. And I know Jamal since 2009, and I'm his wife, not fiancée. I'm his wife.
Right, okay. I just needed to clear that up. How did you meet Jamal?
I did meet Jamal first time in person in Arabic Media Forum in Dubai, where I grown up, where I also was working as a cabin crew with Emirates Airline for 22 years before I fled to America. And I did meet him in the Arabic Media Forum in 2009. And since we become very close and our relation grown and it's become very strong with the days, especially when he was under house arrest in 2016 in Saudi Arabia.
The thing that confuses me about the story is that Jamal's friends, family, associates all told him to stay away from the Saudi embassy at whichever country he was in, because they felt that as a dissident, he was under threat. So I'm wondering why you both decided on the 2nd of October in 2018 to go to the consular office in Istanbul, in Turkey.
Just let me clarify this as well, Ms. Yvonne. I was not with Jamal in Istanbul in October 2018. It was one Turkish lady, and she called herself a fiancée. And I strongly believe my husband was desperate for a Turkish passport because he does not want to be called dissident. That's why he never filed asylum case in any Western country. And to get the easiest way to get in a passport and to get some stability, immigration stability, by married some of the citizen or local from this such country. And I think this is what Jamal was doing by getting married to this woman, the Turkish woman, and she's the one actually encouraged him to go and pushed him to the consulate to face his destiny.
Right, okay. This is where I think the confusion has arisen. You're writing a book about the murder. Is there any news at all about his body yet?
Unfortunately, and it's very painful for me, I am seeking help from everyone in authority, in Turkish authority, in US authority, and even I seek help from Mr. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretary as well, Ms. Agnes Kalimar, the head of Amnesty, and I'm seeking help to get some trace about my husband's body, to bury him in a decent way, and also I'm insisting and persist to call for a help to get his devices, electronic devices, 2 mobile phone, 1 tablet, 1 laptop, and I believe strongly it is still in with Turkish authority. We do need it to take it to the citizen lab to analyze it and to get evidence about spying in Jamal, like what we did with my devices. We have a strong evidence from the citizen lab. There is a spy was done in me since 2017.
I mean, his murder, all the grisly details went global. It became one of the most notorious killings, marking 2018. I'm just wondering, you've obviously investigated this quite fully and had access to information that other people haven't. But have you got any new information that's come to light?
I did not get any new information, and this is what I'm fighting for, because I need more cooperation, especially from the Turkish authority, where is the crime happened in Turkish land. I did seek information from the Saudi authority as well. In fact, the Saudi authority chose to put my Saudi lawyer in jail. He's in jail now more than 3 years. And I'm persisting to get more information about the killing of my husband, how many countries involved in this crime, because it's not only Saudi Arabia. And I need to get some more information, because I'm persisting to bring a justice for him and to myself, which is we did not achieve it yet.
Yeah. Can I ask you, how are you? How are you coping? You know, are you any near to getting closure?
I'm not, I feel like it's a very long path for me, because the tragedy of Jamal been misused political and economic wise. And if you ask me, how are you, how are me, I'm suffering. I'm standing alone for 7 years, and last 7 years of my life, it's a hell. And it's very painful for me. I'm a woman standing alone. I stood beside him in his life, especially the last 2 years of his life. And I carry a very heavy pain in my life. In fact, I wish to die every day and join him, because basically I'm the second victim still alive after they kill my husband.
Have you been given access to everything that the Turkish investigators or their secret service have uncovered?
I did not get any cooperation from the Turkish side, either in Turkey itself or the embassy here. And even Ms. Rhonda Fahmy, my lawyer, she did meet in person with the chief of the intelligence, the ex-chief of intelligence. And there is no cooperation. They receive my request. The Turkish embassy in Washington sent me a letter, which is it is very funny for me. They asking me to go to Turkey and file a case there, which is impossible for me, because I cannot leave American territory. I don't feel safe. Second, I don't have the money to go to Turkey, and in the same time, the Turkish authority intimidating any lawyer to support me and to take my case. My answer to your question, I did not get cooperation from any side, but I'm still persisting to bring justice for him and for myself.
Do you think you are strong enough to hear the evidence that all the other intelligence agencies around the world have been given access to? The CIA have listened to these brutal tapes, as has British intelligence, France, Germany, all these different countries, obviously Turkish, and journalists have also been given access to the tapes.
I have only one choice. I lost everything in my life. I lost my safety, my quiet life, and I fled, and my family divided between two countries. I have only one choice, which is persist to reach some achievement regarding this case. The corporation from another side, intelligent or a countries, it's a depend. But there is something happened recently in UK, which is give me some light and some hope. One of the Saudi dissidents, he did win his case in UK. To get compensate from the Saudi authority because they did to him what they did to me, and I believe strongly what they did to Jamal as well by using some of the spying material, which is Pegasus. And this is give me a hope. There is a justice will come through. When I don't know, but again, I'm doing I putting my all of energy and persisting to bring some of this justice, regardless from Turkish authority, from somewhere else, because I do have a privilege as a previous cabin crew. I did land in a lot of countries, and I'm using the law on a lot of countries. I'm revise all of my option in UK as well. We're talking to a UK lawyer to help me with my case, and I did try in France. I managed to file a case in France, and I'm looking also to Australia and Canada and Norway as well.
So you must be living through this every single day.
Each minute of my life, I'm living with Jamal case. Each second of my life. And you can imagine how much is damaging me internally in my feeling and my soul and my health. It do damage me, but I don't have a choice. They choose to take his life away, and they destroy my life as well. They torture me. They put me twice under house arrest in Dubai by the Emirati intelligence. They did with me what they did to Princess Haya, the one she managed to flee to UK, and the UK justice did manage to support her, which is I'm aiming as well to review the all option in UK, and I'm persisting. This is what I can tell you. Each minute of my life, I'm living with Jamal case. My life is finished, actually.
Do you feel personally safe and secure?
I don't feel. I trust the democratic and safety in America, but I'm not feeling safe. I believe strongly I can be assassinated at any minute, because some country, which is Saudi Arabia basically, and the alliance of Saudi Arabia wanted to close this case, and I will not let it be closed and dismissed, because as long as I'm alive, I will speak up in behalf of my husband and myself as well.
When I asked you if you felt safe, I'm just mindful of the fact that you're living in Virginia, in America, and Donald Trump has refused to listen to the tapes. He has yet to criticize the Saudi Crown Prince, the de facto leader, Mohammed bin Salman. Do you have any confidence that you will get justice for Jamal?
I'm confident with my sister I will get justice, and I really hope President Donald Trump do listen to me. In fact, I sent him a letter pre-arrival of the Crown Prince to him and to Mrs. Melania Trump, the First Lady, and I hope that I have the opportunity to meet with them and explain to him what is the real Jamal Khashoggi, because he misinformed about Jamal, and to seek his help for some justice for me and Jamal as well. I do have a hope still.
Did you know that Jamal was going to the embassy that day in October?
I did not know. He did not tell me. He was in communication with me 24 hours before his disappear. He was wishing me my birthday in two phones while I'm in flight from Prague to Dubai. And he did not tell me he's going to do this step. it was surprise for me.
Did he talk about his own security, that he felt threatened by Saudi?
It is very funny, Miss Yvonne. Thank you for asking me this. Jamal always was eager to reassure me. I was more conscious about security and I was saving him. In fact, I did stop to him to go to Saudi embassy in Washington to get a permission to get married to me, for I can certify it in official offices in a Western country. I stopped to him for his safety. I was very care about his safety, and but he used to show me the confident. He's a peaceful man. He's talking very wisely. Nothing will happen to him. He never showed me any sign of his scare or intimidated by them. He told me they threaten him. He told me they writing very bad article daily about him. They humiliating him. They accusing him different accusation. But he never showed me any sign of he's scared of his life. Either me, even when I stopped him to go to the embassy in Washington, and I use, even when we go to sleep, I used to put the chain in the back of our door and I used to secure everything before we go to sleep. But I never thought they will be extremists to kidnap him, torture him, and to kill him and cut him to pieces. I never thought it will be this extremists. I have to be honest with you.
Have you spoken to his children at all in Saudi?
Yes, we was in communication until the Saudi authority did settle with them in March 2019 and silence them. The kids disappear. I hope they are safe. I'm aware 3 of them live here in Virginia, and the first wife of Jamal, which he divorced her long time back, and the first child of him, Salah, he's stuck in Saudi Arabia. I don't think he has the freedom to move. And I was in a continuous communication with them, as I mentioned, until they settle with Saudi authority and just disappear.
Because there was a dramatic picture of the Crown Prince of Saudi meeting and shaking the hands of one of Jamal's sons. And it was one of those pictures that really said so much but revealed so little.
Yes, this is a photo with Salah, the one he's stuck in Saudi Arabia, which is Jamal was trying as much he can to force the Saudi authority to let his son travel, because Salah was under travel ban. And this is one of the big tragedy in Jamal's life before he left us. I believe strongly Salah been forced to go and meet with the king and the crown prince to take the condolence for the killing of Jamal. And it is just some protocol. I think it is just something for the media show. And I hope they are safe and they are having a freedom.
One of the things that struck me about Jamal was that he loved Saudi Arabia, he loved his country, but he was very frustrated by the rulers that he felt were corrupt, and the reforms that we were told about just were not genuine.
Absolutely. This is the right describe for Jamal. He loved his country. He was very faithful to his country. He was very faithful to the crown and the royal family as well. All what he did ask and what he fighting for, some tolerance for his opinion. Jamal, he as an educate, well educated and balanced and wise man, he believes strongly he have a duty toward his country to advise, to say we have a lot of resources, we need to use it wisely, we need to listen to our own people, well-educated people like Jamal, like Assam Zamil, like a lot of examples, they in jail now in Saudi Arabia. And he said, we don't want our country to be bankrupt, and we such very rich country, and also we have a rich heritage. But Jamal did not realize his opinion is not going through, especially with the new generation. Jamal used to be very close to the old generation of the royal family, and he have a position in UK and US as well, with the ambassador of Saudi Arabia and the ex-intelligence chief of Saudi Arabia. But Jamal did not realize, or he took the risk to speak up also with the new generation, which is, I'm talking about the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He himself used to say, I'm very optimistic regarding young and the third generation of King Abdulaziz Al Saud climb to the throne, but I wish the Crown Prince just listen to us and be more transparent.
He had a very powerful and influential voice, and his last job was with the Washington Post. And it was only once his articles and opinion pieces were translated into Arabic that he started to attract millions of viewers or readers. The Saudi authorities were obviously quite fearful or wary of him.
Jamal always have a million followers. Jamal was very good journalist for Middle East. He became famous because of the death of his killing. But if you read about him before, he was always have a big audience alliance. The Saudi authority does not tolerate any opinion opposite them opinion. And I believe strongly my husband was a victim of misinformed information from the group around the Crown Prince. They don't tell him the truth. The Crown Prince had an interview with an American journalist. He visited him and wrote an article about him. And the Crown Prince said something, I believe it strongly. He said, I never read article for Jamal. Yes, I believe he never read it. Because if he read it, if he give himself a chance to read what Jamal read, he will invite Jamal and will listen to him, which Jamal was willing to do it. When the Crown Prince visit US in the beginning of 2018, Jamal was waiting for invitation to say his opinion to the Crown Prince. But actually, the Crown Prince and the royal family been misinformed by the group around them about Jamal. And this is the issue to lead to this horrible crime, the misinformation about Jamal.
Why do you think they disliked him so much? Was it professional jealousy, or did they fear his influence? Because at one stage they said, come back and be the personal advisor to the Crown Prince.
It was a mix of reason why they hate him. Yes, there is a big part of jealousy from him because he's very pragmatic, he's very wise, he's very open-minded. Basically, Jamal was a role model of a Muslim journalist from this region, because Jamal can sit with all background or all ideology, and you can sit with him. You have absolutely different opinion from what he's saying, and I promise you, you will walk away with a smile, and you will keep your communication with him. He was so balanced person. He have a lot of peace in himself, and he was very transparent. And that's why they couldn't take this succeed. He's managed to have an audience from Western country when he started to publish his article in English language. And this was so scary for them. This man is so wise. This man will listen. This man is very balanced. This man is a role model. This man very wise, and he's very enriched. He met Osama bin Laden. He covers the war in Kuwait. He covered the black time in Algeria in 90s when they have a bloodshed. He covered a lot of hot places. He very enriching a lot of information. He very wise, and that's create a lot of jealousy against him. They couldn't tolerate it.
Hanan, I know this is quite a painful interview for you, but I noticed that when you were talking about the impact that Jamal had on other people's lives, you broke out into a smile as you were recalling things that he'd done and said in his career as a journalist. How will you remember him? What makes you smile when you think about him?
I remember everything good about him, how he was emotion, how he was kind person, how he stand for his mission and vision. Even his first family was against it. And this is what is the difference between me and the three previous wives. And this was why he divorced them. Jamal was not womanized like the world think. Jamal, his issue is that no single wife, previous wife, was supporting him with his vision. And it was the opposite with me. That's why he loved me. That's why we was like a twin. I remember everything kind from him, and I remember last words he told me when we was together 3 days before he traveled to Istanbul. We was together in Sheraton, New York, and he told me, Hanan, I imagine a lot of pain. I destroy your life, Hanan, and you carry me with your two hands like a baby. You're so kind to me, and I was doing that. I was trying to take all of the demotivate and all pressure from him, and he was very depressed before he left us. I was trying to revert this to something better. I used to tell him, Jamal, your mission is a great and noble mission. Look at Algerian people. They defeated France for 132 years, and they managed to get France out and to be independent. Do your homework. Speak up. Use the freedom you have it in a Western country. You are in a great Western country. Just use the freedom, Jamal. I remember all of this. I remember when I used to cook for him every day to try to make him not to feel homesick, because he was in America by his body, not by his soul. He was missing everything from Middle East. He used to feel sore. He's away from his country and his kids against him, against his vision, because they look at him, he's guilty to put them in a trouble in Middle East because of his political stand. I do remember all of this. I remember when he used to take me out, try to grab me to some of the shops in a galleria close to our house to buy me a bag or jacket. I used to pull him out and insist not to let him spend money. When I came to know after our marriage, he is suffering financially and health-wise as well.
Well, they tried to destroy him financially, didn't they? They stopped the launch of his TV station in Bahrain. They stopped his columns in Al Hayat newspaper. They tried to squeeze him out of business. And I think it was just in the end an offer to write columns for the Washington Post that was probably a lifeline for him.
Absolutely. After we got married, before we got married, I did not care to check his financial situation or immigration situation. After we got married, I did face a challenge of financial situation, which is I came to know when we start make shopping in grocery every day. And he told me, Hanan, do not put me in a financial problem. I don't want to write any letter for any royal family member to give me some financial help. And also the second challenge about his health, because his family do suffer from Alzheimer. They lose the memory. And his father was sick for 10 years. His sister sick now. And third challenge, which is the immigration, Jamal was in IO visa, which is very, very strange visa, which does not let him have a family. Yes, they try to paralyze him financially. And in fact, Jamal was not an employee of Washington Post. Jamal Khashoggi used to sell article to Washington Post and they get 500 in a change. When he writes an article to Washington Post, he was broken financially. He was scared from his future, and he wished things get improved. That is the reason also I did not resign from Emirates Airline and stay with him and left Middle East. And yes, one of the reason he was seeking the help to get a national in Turkey, to get the Turkish passport, to have some financial stability there, and also to have an immigration stability, and also to have medical health insurance in case something happened to him. Because yes, they left him hanging. They stopped him to write in Al Hayat since 2016, when they put him under house arrest in Saudi Arabia, and they was watching him financially. In fact, Jamal was trying to add to my mobile phone Uber app with his credit card. He was trying to add in my mobile phone VPN, for he can call me in a free call in Middle East, and he stopped. He was hesitating to put his Visa card number. He doesn't want Emirati to take his financial number from my devices and attack him financially more, because he was already destroyed financially.
Yes, a lot of people will find that hard to believe because, of course, the Khashoggi name was always attached to vast wealth, but that was probably through his cousin, Adnan Khashoggi, the arms dealer, who bought a fabulous yacht worth $300 million and had this fabulous lifestyle. And people associated that sort of wealth and grandeur with your husband.
That's right. People, some have misunderstanding about Jamal. One of it is Khashoggi family image, because I have to say Khashoggi family image as well. So, most of them, they doing well financially. They have some stability, they have a good name. And do not forget, the family is originally from Turkey, and the grandfather of them came to Saudi Arabia to be the doctor for King Abdulaziz Al Saud. Then they become Saudi citizen, and they have a financial strain. Yes, his cousin Adnan Khashoggi was very rich, but before he died, he lost most of his fortune. I'm talking about Adnan Khashoggi. But Jamal himself was limited income in the last 2 years of his life, and he realized how much Saudi authority tried to paralyze him and to make him in financial need.
What is the most precious memory that you have of Jamal?
It's a lot of beautiful memory. First, when he asked me in 3rd April 2018 to get married to him, and he surprised me with my engagement ring, and he surprised me with a roses flower, and asked me, Hanan, do you accept to marry me? And I said yes. He said, are you sure? Your life is beautiful life. You are a cabin crew. You're meeting a different journalist. You're meeting different people. I might be cursing your life. And I said, I don't care about all of this. You will be a great in my life. The second beautiful moment, when he met me in DC airport, when I arrived in June 2nd, 2018. And he was waiting for me. As soon the door opened with my luggage, he was waiting with my marriage ring, and he put it in my finger in Dallas airport. And in same day in afternoon, he took me to the imam. We got married in the same day, in June 2nd, 2018. This is the most delight moment in my life. And I was feeling like I'm flying. I'm not in the earth.
Have you tried to contact the Crown Prince and ask him why? Why did you kill my husband?
I did try all the term you can imagine to send him a letter pre-arrival, and even we made the letter public, and we try to communicate with the American lawyer of the Crown Prince. And we also try diplomatic mediator to reach the crown prince lawyer in Saudi Arabia, the Saudi guy as well. But and also we did approach the ambassador here in America, Princess Rima, Her Highness Princess Rima. And there is no any action being taken from this side, from them side now. And I'm wondering why they don't open the door for me and listen to me. I'm not against them. Jamal was not against his country, but I am looking and I'm seeking, and they can do it. Seeking some justice for me and him as well. They capable to do a lot to show the world they are sincere about rectifying this such a horrible crime, and to show the world they sincere, they regret this decision being taken to take his life away.
Did he fear being kidnapped? Because some Saudi dissidents have disappeared and perhaps suffered a similar fate. And his close friends and companions and advised him to be careful and that he would be targeted for kidnap if he continued writing these very strong opinion columns about the failure of the Crown Prince's reforms.
He never showed me the sign he's scared or intimidated to be kidnapped. Even he told me about they threaten him, how much they doing against him, and he keep hearing about what happened to others as well, dissidents. But he never give me the feeling. He always try to reassure me. He always try to give me some good energy. Things will might go in a right way. This is what I can share with you. He never showed me this sign of he will be kidnapped, and me as well. I never imagined they will do this horrible crime.
Have any politicians from anywhere in the world reached out to you and said that they will get justice for you?
There is a lot of American politicians did meet with me from both sides, Democratic and Republic as well, and they give me a good support, moral support, and they understand where I'm standing, and they agree with my cause. And I'm confident in the Constitution in America, and I'm confident there is more opportunity for President Trump to do a lot in this case. And to, as I mentioned, I'm still hoping he meet with me, he and Mrs. Melania Trump, and to listen to me and to get me some healing by official apology from the Saudi Arabia and financial compensation, and to listen to me what is Jamal wishes if they can help me to help me to become through.
What do you think America's First Lady can do?
She can do a lot as a female. She can understand my pain as a widow. Her husband, innocent husband, his life being taken away in a horrible way, and my life being destroying, spyware being used in me. I put in under house arrest twice in Dubai. I been detained many times in Dubai. I been tortured as well, me and my family. If she listened to my cause, I'm sure she will be supportive. I trust she can do a lot, and she can seek a help for me to get compensate and to get an official apology and to remove this sore feeling I'm going through for 7 years.
The problem is her husband is addicted to oil. Trump is in love with oil. He's not going to fall out with the world's biggest oil producer. In Saudi. We've seen what he's done in Venezuela because of the oil there. Are you really confident of pulling on the heartstrings of a president who is so embroiled in money and power?
I still believe strongly President Donald Trump can have a balance to have both. They have the financial and economic and political deal with Saudi Arabia, and in same time to maintain the value of America, which is human right and democratic. He still can have the impact to advise the Crown Prince, finish this matter. There is unfinished business here, and you can do a lot to rectify the matter of Jamal Khashoggi, because I believe strongly the case of Jamal Khashoggi exactly have the same impact of September 11. Yes, Mr. Trump can have both, can have the maintaining of the relation between Saudi Arabia and America, which is very vital for both of the sides. But in same time, he shouldn't neglect the side of human right, freedom of speech with a journalist, and also democratic. If he can do this, will be great. In fact, the Saudi Arabia put one condition in front to sign Abraham Court, which is being led by President Trump and his son-in-law, Mr. Kushner. It is Saudi Arabia put first condition: stop criticize us over killing Jamal Khashoggi. Then the Saudi Arabia need help in this. Then the American side now have a lot to do by asking them to try to finish this matter, to try to look after his widow. You destroy her life. You use your alliance, United Arab Emirates, to spy on me, to detain me, put me under house arrest. They can have both, Miss Yvonne. I'm talking about the American authority. They have both if they wish to do something.
Well, of course, Jared Kushner has a special relationship with the Crown Prince, but have any of the American security services given you advice on how to keep yourself safe? Have they said if you're being targeted by spyware, like Pegasus? Is there anything that you've discovered about your own personal security that's at risk?
My own security was in a big risk when I was in Middle East, because all of the spy material, Pegasus and Celebrate, been used in me by Emirati, the alliance of Saudi Arabia. The American authority, wherever they meet with me, they reassuring me, they give me support, and they shocked how much it was infiltrated my life to reach my husband. Basically, they reach Jamal through me. They spy on me since 2017 to reach him, and they managed to reach him through me, unfortunately. This is what I got always from whatever political and official member here in US. And I trust, I'm still confident in this country justice, and I'm still confident in the democratic here, and I believe strongly they can do a lot if they wish to do, and I hope they can listen to me. Yes, Mr. Kushner is very close to the Crown Prince. If he care about the Crown Prince, he can advise the Crown Prince to finish this matter and to close it in a decent way, by listening to me, by compensating me, apologize, and listen to some the request of Jamal. I carry a lot of requests from Jamal, and I hope they think about it and they listen.
You mentioned, or you made reference before to 9/11, when 15 of the hijackers on that day were in fact Saudis. And of course, a team of 15 came from Saudi to murder Jamal, and that has not been lost on quite a few of the American politicians who were shocked at how emboldened that the Crown Prince appears to have been in signing off on this killing, because the buck stops with him.
It's very unfortunate. It is very sore and is very bad, and do make us look very bad. I mean, as an Arabs and Muslim, and to silence some innocent journalist just because of his opinion. That's something should not just go away or being covered with a political and selling weapon deal and different deal with the Saudi Arabia. It should be some action missing there. Something need to be done there. Something missing definitely, and that's why I'm persisting and I'm speaking up and I'm answering.
You mentioned the Abraham Accords. What was Jamal's opinion of that? Did he think it was a good idea to normalize relations with Israel, or did he advise against it?
The Abraham court did not come in his life while he's still alive. Yeah, all of this came later, and the condition from the Saudi authority, the first condition from Saudi authority to sign it, it is stop criticizing us over killing Jamal Khashoggi, which is appear to be very vital for them. But they did not take in the appropriate action till now. There is unfinished business. They need to do it. I'm talking about Saudi authority.
Do you think that the Crown Prince regrets the way in which Jamal was murdered?
Absolutely. He said it himself. Absolutely. He said it himself. He admit a responsibility in 60 Minutes in 2019. And wherever he been interviewed and someone bring it up, especially when it happened in the White House in November this year, last year, he said he feel very bad for this because this is like a scar. It will be always there. It will not go away. But what should be done now to rectify all of this? There is a step behind it. He took the responsibility in 60 minutes. That's it. There is nothing happened beyond this. To show the world, yes, he's sincere about it, which is, I'm talking especially, they silence the kids, they compensate the kids, but they destroy my life and they did not take even the initiative to do something for me. They are aware of me. They did meet with me. I did meet with Saudi consul before I leave Dubai, I fled Dubai, Mr. Abdul Hadi Shafi in November 2018. They need to do things to show the world they sincere. Yes, I'm sure he regret about Jamal Khashoggi case. This answer your question.
Every year, obviously, well, you say you think of Jamal every day, but every year the anniversary comes up. Do you have any sort of memorial to remember him? Any stone or anything where you and friends can gather to remember this Saudi journalist?
I do every year write something. Sometimes I write op-ed and some of newspaper publish it for me. It's always alive in me. Every day is alive, especially October 2nd every year. But for my safety, I don't gather. I'm very isolated. Just to give you an idea about my life, I'm very isolated for the safety of my life and also the sensitivity of my movement towards this case, because there is a lot of nosy people, a lot of people connected to different countries. They need to know my movement, what I'm doing, and this is not safe for me. But I cannot gather with someone who is doing the anniversary for my husband, and I'm doing it in very limited way in my capacity. I write in my social media, I speak up when there is an interview, I write op-ed, I try to publish it and then bring it out, but I assure you, his memory will be always there, because this is unattached with all journalists around the world, because I don't want any journalist to face the same distance Jamal faced it. I don't want any journalist around the world to be intimidated to say their opinion and to do their job fairly and transparent.
There must be lots of memories in your home of Jamal. Is there one in particular that you look at and you want to say something?
I have his shirt with me. I have a book in Arabic with me. He signed it for me after we got engaged. While I'm flying back to Dubai, he gave it to me to read it with his signature. I have the one Saudi riyal, which is my maher. When he get married to me, he have to give me some money, and I just ask him for 1 Saudi riyal, which is about quarter British pound. And all of this, I go through it, and I can tell you, Miss Yvonne, sometimes I feel like I will stop breathing from the pain inside my heart, because it was such a beautiful love story. And we was like Adam and Eve. We didn't need to ask each other to be the same. We naturally was like each other in our opinion, in our taste, in our view of the life. And it's very rare when some male and female find themselves absolutely a twin in everything. I don't believe we ever have a different opinion about something, slightly about some geographic between Saudi Arabia and Egypt for two islands. This is the only thing I can remember we was different in it. But I can tell you, every day I have a memory when I hear a song we used to use to hear it together. When I see some movies we used to see it together. This all have a very heavy impact in me. I keep asking why this beautiful love story did not manage to continue. Why someone, evil one, decided to take his life away.
Did he ever write any poetry?
He did write me a lot of beautiful messages, full of emotion and love. And when I go through it, I cry, and I feel very bad. I feel very bad how much I'm missing him.
Do you ever get any letters from people in Saudi saying how sorry they are for your loss?
Not at all. I did not receive any official apology. I just received an official sympathy from the American lawyer of Saudi, of the Crown Prince. He told my lawyer, Ms. Randa Fahmi, we feel sorry for her. We have a lot of sympathy with her. Also from the Saudi lawyer of the Crown Prince, through the diplomatic channel, Ms. Randa was using it as well. They feel sorry for me. That's it. But I did not get any letter. I did not get any official apology or something to make me little bit heal. Not yet.
Of course, they've tried to destroy his reputation and have said that he was a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. How true is that?
It is very funny. It's make me, feel sore, and I want to laugh. If it's his member of Muslim Brotherhood, which he was not, is that gives them a reason to kidnap him and kill him? Is not a justification. When I heard this excuse in the White House, I feel shocked to hear such a thing. Is not an excuse to justify just a horrible crime. This crime is a terrorist act. To kidnap an innocent person, torture him and kill him and dismantle his body, this is a terrorist act. From the Saudi member came and did this crime in Istanbul. And Jamal, I asked him, are you Muslim Brotherhood? And he told me no. Jamal was a very wise and active and professional journalist. He believes strongly he have to sit with all ideology, regardless your ideology, regardless your religion, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, to write about you in a professional and transparent way. How he can cover Muslim Brotherhood ideology without sit with them, without talking to them, does not make him a member of Muslim Brotherhood. My answer to you, he never been Muslim Brotherhood, but he was professional enough to sit with all ideology, to cover them in transparent, professional way.
Right. Well, that lays that rumour to rest as well. Do you hear from the Washington Post very often, his former employees?
The Washington Post was not having the right stand from me in the beginning, because I couldn't cooperate with them enough when I was trapped in Dubai by the intelligence of United Arab Emirates. And they decided to adopt one chapter of the media coverage, which is the Turkish lady. They did not be transparent with me from the beginning until they did need my corporate in 2021, when I been approached by my hero, Miss Dina Priest. The one she had the time to be professional enough, come and sit down with me where I was hidden. And she sat down with me about 7-8 times, and I cooperate with her by giving her my old devices to help her with her Pegasus project. And she's the one being transparent, and she's the one cover my story in a professional way. Washington Post was not very cooperating with me because they do have between brackets. They don't want to show the world, oh, Jamal do polygamy. Jamal have a wife and he was going to engage to another woman in Turkey to get a passport. They don't want to show the Western society, yes, Jamal Khashoggi was doing polygamy because he done it before. He kept his first wife and third wife together. In the end of the day, he's a Saudi man, he's a Muslim, and this is allowed in his religion.
Is there anything that makes you really angry about the way in which he suddenly vanished from your timeline?
Absolutely, he disappeared. It's have a very bad impact in me. It did change me a lot. It changed my look and my health. But it's what is make me angry and anxious. If it's a journalist, his colleague, like you and the rest listening to me, is forgetting Jamal. I hope, and this is my last message to you. You told me you have something to say. Yes, I'm seeking all of your help. Professional journalists around the world, do not forget your colleague Jamal Khashoggi, because if you forget him, this will happen to one of you in different location by different hand. If we all not stand for a justice, bring some justice for him and me, that's meaning we betrayed the sacrifice of Jamal. Jamal left Saudi Arabia. He had a very good life. He have everything easy for him because he well connected with the Saudi royal family, but he still choose to stand for his mission and vision, and he choose to be in exile, alone here, depressed. Everybody was against him, including his first family, his previous wives and his kids. But he still sacrificed and to continue to save his mission and vision for last minute of his life. This is what I can share with you.
What do you think he would say about his demise, the manner in which he died? I've listened to some of the tapes and there was no fear or panic in his voice. He was very calm.
I will tell you something, you will be surprised. Jamal, he was wishing to die. Jamal, if he's been told there is a trap for you inside the consulate and there is someone want to kill you, he will go in. Because if I can tell you how many disappointing, how many depressed he was before he left us. Jamal was suffering with his sleep, with his food. When we go out, I have to carry his medication. He need to take a medication to make sure the food stay in his stomach. Jamal used to suffer with his need in a bathroom. Jamal was suffering in all terms you cannot believe. He was not sure his movement is right or wrong. He was not confident his movement will bring some outcome or no. He was feeling, he told me one day, Hanan, I reached everything I imagined and I was dreaming more than what I imagined and I lost everything. He used to tell me every day when we break our fast in the holy months of Ramadan, wasn't good for me, Hanan, to be in a jail in Saudi Arabia and hear the adhan, the call for praying, better than my exile here. And I did harm your life. Since I got into your life, you fall into the intelligent hand. They started chasing you, torturing you and your family. He was ready to go. Everything happened in our daily basis was pushing him to die, and he used to cry a lot. He used to cry extreme a lot like a child. Every time I'm leaving him to go to my flight, he used to cry like a baby. One day we decided to increase the Arabic channel in our TV in our house. And he hired some technician. While she fixing the wire went in a living room in a way it will spoil the look. He sit in aside and he kept crying and he kept saying, why everything going wrong for me? Why everything is not working properly with me, Hanan? I feel, Hanan, I have enough. I want to die. I can assure you, if he came to know there is a trap and there is a group of criminal, mentally sick criminal inside the consulate ready to kill him, he will go in. I can assure you.
If by some chance the Crown Prince is watching this interview, do you have a message for Mohammed bin Salman?
Yes, I do have a message for him. I will tell him, Your Highness Crown Prince, Jamal was believing a lot in you. He was optimistic. You are young. You're the third generation of King Abdulaziz Al Saud. You are healthy. You have some vision to improve the Saudi Arabia. But as well, he was not against you. I assure you, he was against you. He was willing to meet with you and share with you his opinion. And I seek his help, and I assure him he been misinformed about Jamal. And I will share with him the wishes of Jamal to release the most of all the prisoner in Saudi Arabia, opinion prisoner, political opinion in Saudi Arabia, to show the world we really develop in a right way, not only to invite entertainment and the sport, and to sponsor some entertainment and sport around the world is not enough to show the internal development in Saudi Arabia. Should be some tolerance there. There should be some human rights there. Should be some democratic there. And I hope the Crown Prince give me the chance to be listened.
Hanan, I know this hasn't been easy for you, but thank you so much for opening your heart, your memories, and, I pray that you will get closure one day soon, inshallah.
Thank you. And please keep my message to all journalists not to forget Jamal.
Certainly. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe because we've got a ton of amazing guests coming your way soon.